Hello everyone, welcome to my Emmerdale channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Wedding joy for major Emmerdale couple amid Christmas Day public proposal. Emmerdale has already teased a cracker of a Christmas exploding with drama. Aaron Dingle and Robert Sugden are targeted by a mystery stalker. The truth about Charity's baby secret is set to be revealed. Rye and Celia are plotting their escape, and two deadly enemies face off in a fight to the death. Christmas in the village is never quiet, but this year feels as if every simmering secret is finally ready to boil over. And right in the middle of the chaos, someone drops to one knee with a very public Christmas Day proposal. I think that's what makes the whole mystery so thrilling. Whoever decides to propose is doing it at the most explosive moment imaginable. It's classic Emmerdale, turning the season of goodwill into a cocktail of romance, fear, and emotional stakes. ITV are staying tight-lipped, of course, but the list of likely couples is already causing a stir. First up, the obvious favorite, Robin. Robert and Aaron have survived more storms than most couples could ever imagine, and the shadow of Kev still casts a long emotional bruise over their past. I think it's clear that their first marriage carried so much trauma that it never really had the freedom to flourish. But now, after the macabre sword incident sent Kev skittering back into the shadows, the pair seem more settled than they have been in years. The idea of bringing little Seb back into their world says everything about where they are emotionally. Hopeful, united, building rather than healing. Naturally, this puts them straight in the crosshairs of Ross Barton, who's been the boys' de facto father figure. Ross doesn't lose quietly, and his resentment has been bubbling with real menace. So when Robert mysteriously vanishes on Christmas Day, I can't help wondering whether he's gone to fetch a ring or whether something darker has happened. Then there's the wildcard pairing of Rye and Laurel. Despite being a newer couple, there's a tenderness between them that feels surprisingly grounded. Laurel offers Rye a sense of normality he's never truly had, especially when your mother runs a criminal empire, complete with a farm full of enslaved workers. Their family business is teetering on the brink of exposure, and Rye's desperation to escape it all is palpable. When he insists on seeing Laurel for a Christmas lunch, the whole thing reeks of last-chance emotion. I think what's most striking is Rye's yearning for something better, something honest. He proposed as a way of choosing Laurel and a different life entirely before he disappears for good. And then we have Joe Tate and Dawn, arguably the most chaotic duo on the list. If the best romances start as friendships, then these two began in the exact opposite direction. Their relationship has ricocheted through passion, conflict, betrayal, and even attempted murder. Dawn literally shoved Joe out of a window. Yet somehow they've found their way back to each other through forgiveness and mutual vulnerability. The fact Joe covered for her speaks volumes about how deeply he feels, even when Kim Tate hovers disapprovingly like a frostbitten specter over their every move. I think there's something undeniably compelling about the idea that Christmas could be their turning point, the moment they stop fighting their past and start fighting for each other. And just when it couldn't get more complicated, along comes Charity. She's already married to Mackenzie, yes, but since when has that ever stopped Charity's heart or her hormones from wandering into absolute mayhem? Her ill-timed fling with Ross threatens everything, especially now that she's still pretending she's pregnant with Sarah and Jacob's surrogate baby. That lie is a ticking bomb, and when it blows, Ross might very well panic enough to propose, not out of romance, but out of sheer desperation to cling on to a child he thinks might be his. But the real curveball lies with Vanessa. Her renewed closeness with Charity has been developing so quietly it almost went unnoticed, until Charity trusted her with the baby secret. On Christmas Day, Charity finds herself stuck with a tipsy Vanessa, and I can't help imagining the emotional chaos that could spark. Vanessa's always loved with her whole heart. If the truth and the wine hit her all at once, would she blurt out a marriage proposal to a woman who's already married? I honestly wouldn't put it past her, and it certainly wouldn't be the strangest thing ever to happen to Charity. Whoever proposes, it's bound to be messy, heartfelt, and unforgettable. Christmas in Emmerdale never hands out joy without a generous helping of turmoil, and that's exactly what makes the wait so delicious.